Hey, darling. I don't know what took you so long to get here, but I'm glad you're here. And if you're returning, thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend a few minutes with me over here in my little stitchy corner. I was really good today, y'all. I made notes. Who is this girl? I don't know. Let's see if I can stay on topic. So I hope that you have your favorite project in front of you, because this one might be a long one. I have got projects I've worked on, not a lot. I have got Hobby Lobby haul. I've got projects that I have been commissioned to do that I need to work on this week. I have got some items that I've picked up. I went to Hobby Lobby and thrifting this morning. By the way, this is Monday, April, 27th, 28th? I don't know. And then I want to talk about some other things that are going on this week and that are coming up. And let's get started because this is going to be a long video. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to do what so many other floss tubers do that I've hesitated to do because I don't want to forget anybody and I don't want to offend anybody. So, who have I been watching? So these are people that as soon as they upload, y'all, I go watch their videos. And there are so many of you that I'm still trying to catch up. Like, you know, some of y'all are so good. You post every single week. I don't know how you do it, especially those of you that have children. Now, a lot of the people that are in my little demographic are not people that are still, you know, have babies at home or whatever. I think mostly I have women my age and a little bit older and a couple of guys too. So, hey, I'm glad y'all are all here. But these are friends of mine whom I have gotten close to either through Instagram, the FlossTube community, or I've met you in person at retreats and we have become fast friends. And in case you don't know it yet, and I call your name out, we're friends. Maybe like not in a stalkerish kind of way, but you know, you have your stitchy besties and they may not always know that y'all are besties. Am I the only one that feels that way? I hope not. Okay, so here they are. I am so sorry. I had a tickle in my throat and I had to take care of that. So, in no particular order, because I love everybody I'm fixing to call out. My friend Rachel at Pacific, she's the Pacific Coast Stitcher. Y'all, if you have not watched her yet, you don't know what you're missing. Y'all go watch her. She is new to the stitching journey. I don't know if she's been stitching like for a really long time because I think her mom and her used to stitch and maybe she just didn't stitch for a little while. I'm not sure. I don't know that I've ever really paid that close of attention. Anyways, if you've not watched Rachel yet, y'all please go watch my friend Rachel. Sometimes her mama comes on. And I love both of them. They're precious. So y'all go watch her. I watch Megan, the Seattle Stitcher, and gorgeous. Like, she's so beautiful. And she stitches beautiful. And I love all of her beautiful palettes that she stitches with. So she has her whole girl gang. They're super duper close. And I do stalk some of them. And so y'all, I'm sure you already know about her because she has 10 times the followers I do. Anyways, I love watching Megan. I love her babies. I feel like I'm invested into her babies. The Snowflower Stitcher. So I just barely found her. I think she just barely uploaded her first video. Now, she has got patterns, and I don't know how long she's been designing, but she's been designing for quite a while because I was like reading the comments and there's several of you that already have her patterns and have already stitched her patterns. So if you've not ever heard of her, she's the Snowflower Stitcher. Go check her out. And then Black Coffee and Grits. I always watch her. She is friends with another lady that I know from Stitching Texas. And so I always watch hers as soon as she uploads them. And then a new to me and new to FlossTube is Kate B's Stitching. Y'all, she posted that first video and her channel was blowing up so fast. And so I'm super duper excited for her. She is extremely calming to listen to. She stitches beautiful. Her husband is a videographer. So I feel like she's got like all of the little, what would you call it? The tricks to the trade, because he has her lighting perfect. And I always complain about my lighting. And that's what held me back from starting a FlossTube, a YouTube, any tube, because I'm a perfectionist and it's my worst enemy. So yeah, her husband has got that lighting like perfect and on point. Her background is perfect. I just love it all. So y'all go watch her. The last video she filmed with one of her little besties that she was going to go to the retreat with. And I think it was West Coast Stitching Retreat. I can't remember exactly. Anyways, they were just at a retreat this last weekend. And I hope that when she left there, her heart was just full. The other person that I watch, as many of you do, because when I watch your FlossTubes, you're talking about her too, is Tara Sullivan. I mean, Sully Stitches. Y'all, she is such a good stitcher, and she's pretty fast. Like, I love her channel. I got to like say hi to her in passing at Market. And so it was like, you know, when you see people in real life, they're just real people. And I love that. And so I know most of you have already watched Tara Sullivan, Sully Stitches, I think is what she's called over on Instagram. So I love her and watch hers the minute they come out. Sean Periwinkle Stitcher, y'all, dreamy. I cannot even tell you how fabulous all of her needlework is. Her borders, those floral borders are magnificent. And I am so envious of how much she gets done. Shouldn't be. I know. She makes me want to stitch fast. And she travels all the time. So I don't know how she gets everything done that she does. But she's amazing. So she also is a quilter. She quilts beautiful things. She has done knitting and shown that. So I'm sure many of y'all are watching her, but if you're not, I just wanted to shout her out because she's somebody I always watch. I'm new to watching Holly Jones. I came across her. She was suggested for me in your For You page over on Instagram, and her color palettes are pastel perfection, like sweet vintage soft palettes. They're gorgeous, and she stitches a lot of samplers. They're way too big for me, a lot of what she stitches, but I love them. I have enjoyed her channel so far. Jennifer Spence, she just recently moved to Texas just a little while back. I think it's probably been a couple of months or so. And I really have enjoyed her so far. She just posted Lily, and I'm sure most of you have seen, in a bikini. So Lily is one of the Stacy Nash animal crackers, y'all. It's precious. And so when I seen it in the bikini, immediately I started singing Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. Thanks, Jennifer. In case you ever come across this video. Amy at Renewing Stitches. I love her. She's precious. She's calm. She is definitely so quiet and timid. I always have to turn her videos up because she has a very soft-spoken voice. She's not like me. But y'all, she is building a brand new home, and she's like in the finishing stages of it, and I am so excited for her. And she's still getting stitching done. So you gotta love people like that make you think, what are you doing with your day? Like, how in the world are all these other people getting stuff done and you're not? I get stuff done. It's just not things that I can always see. Okay, no, Houston. Sorry. And then 2 people shouted me out this last week, and it made my heart so happy. So one of them is the Lone Star Stitchers. It's a set of 2 friends. They're in El Paso, Texas, and one of them actually she won part of my giveaway that Annie and I were doing. The part that she won were the 2 needle minders that were my custom needle minders. So she won 2 of those, and then I think they had actually already shouted me out before she even won. So thank you, girls, for shouting me out. I really appreciate that. And then the Hobbit House Stitcher, she is one of my sweet, precious friends. She lives over in Scotland, and I have received several packages from her because she's kind and so generous. She stitches buttons. So I know I've shown her buttons before. This is one I have sitting right next to me. It's a T. Let's see. Still not gonna. Sorry, y'all. Y'all don't want to see my notes. She stitched this and gifted it to me and sent it to me. And it's actually over here in my little heart bowl that I have full of stitchy goodness that my kids loved. Anyways, so if you don't follow Purple Nelly, she is Purple Nelly over on Instagram, and the Hobbit House Stitcher. She just barely started her channel. I think last night when I was on there, she had 22 stitchy friends, followers, excuse me. So if you want to go check her out, she may be somebody you want to follow. And that's all my thank yous for shout outs. So I really appreciate it. Y'all owe me nothing. And yet the fact that you watch my videos and then share my channel with somebody else, it really, really means a lot to me. So I want you to know that I am extremely grateful and thankful for the stitching community and just friends that want to help a girl out. So thanks. Okay, the next segment that I want to go over is plans. What have I worked on? What am I going to work on? The first thing I want to talk about is new projects. What am I doing that's new? I have a little like makeshift table right here because there's a ton of stuff right here, but I'm going to reach down here and I'm going to show you the project bags that I have either held close because I am working on stuff or I'm gonna be working on stuff. I'm gonna have to go let the boys out right quick, so I'm gonna come back with this. You'll never know you had to wait a second. If this is not your first time here, you already know I'm gonna have to get up and let them in just a second. And I apologize. Like, I don't know. I hope people don't get annoyed, but that's just the way my life goes. Okay, so these projects are the ones that I have touched, stitched, wanted to stitch, or whatever. First things first, this is a new project that I just picked up one night about 8:30 and decided I was gonna stitch it. Why? I have no idea. But, well, because we're all addicted. Swan's a swimming badge. I seen this at Market and I was obsessed. Immediately, I wear denim all the time. I love denim jackets in the summer. It's gorgeous. I wanted it. I have been obsessed with swans for years. I use them a lot when I'm decorating in my tea parties, baby showers, different things like that. I love them. So I'm going to show you what I've already stitched. You know what? Because I was terrible and just decided to start this really, really late one night. Look how my floss is. Like, it's not even on a ring. I literally just grabbed it and decided to stitch. I don't know. I never do that. Somebody said to me the other day, who are you? I don't know. And look, I have not even, this is how bad it was. I have not even hemmed my fabric, and I always hem my fabric. So I'm going to use my bag, and then I'm going to show you what I've already done. I love her. It's adorable. This is going to be so cute. And so as the pattern shows, there are trees, right? I was going to stitch those. And for whatever reason, I had like 10 stitches in on one of those trees. And I was like, girl, you should make a bow. And so that was like the night before my family was coming in. It was the Thursday before Easter. And so this is how much I have done. I charted the bow out. That's all that matters, right? Right? Do you agree? So, I can't wait to finish this. I would like to get it done within the first 2 weeks of May. I am going, with my middle daughter to New Orleans the weekend of Memorial Day weekend. So my middle daughter is getting married in November, and we're going to go meet the photographer, the florist. We're going to go see the venue in person. It's already paid for, so I mean, it's not like we're not going there. I mean, she loves it. That's why we're doing it there. But we want to go. His family is from Louisiana, so his mom is going to drive over, I think it's over to New Orleans from where they're at. They're in, I think, Castor. So they're going to drive over to New Orleans from Castor, and they are going to meet us there, his mom. And so we're going to hang out the weekend. I am excited and nervous at the same time, not because it's New Orleans, but because okay, I'll tell y'all. So I've recently lost 10 pounds, and I've always wanted a beignet from there. And I'm afraid when I go there, I'm going to eat a beignet and gain weight. So is that like, it's not just about losing weight, right? Like, anyways, I'll tell you, we'll go into that a little bit later, because not everybody wants to hear about that. Y'all here for stitching, not for life, Tammy's life. Okay, so then the next thing I worked on, this was a bag I was gifted by one of my friends, Julie, for my birthday, and it's perfect for that little 5x7. That was a 5x7 pattern, like it's the shape of it. And then this one is from Missy Lynn. They have a Facebook group that two of the most precious ladies are running, and I think Melissa does the stitching, and then Diana and her have that. I think Diana does the hand binding. Anyways, I got this from them one night. They were having like a little last minute sale, and y'all know I love my vintage girls. I love vintage fabric, or vintage girl fabric. I don't have that much, but I love it. So the other thing I have been working on a tiny bit, and when I say working, I mean I had to pick a strawberry out, or a tomato out, excuse me. This is stitch spool. Do y'all remember when I was like so excited and obsessed over this pattern? And I was like, oh my word, I have to do it right now. It's still not done. And it's little bitty. It's so embarrassing. Anyways, that's why I hesitate to show y'all sometimes. Some of y'all are like, this is how much I've done. I mean, my stitches look good to me. Like, I'm getting better. I mean, I'm still new at stitching, so white stitches look decent. Anyways, so I have worked on that. And then I bought the kit. And if you've been here before, we've already talked about this. I was disappointed with the button that came in that kit, because it wasn't the button that was pictured in, like with the kit. And so I just was disappointed. Anyways, I have another precious friend. Her name is Debbie Coburn. Probably most of y'all know her because, well, a lot of people know her, not most of y'all. Because I do have some over the sea friends. Anyways, she gifted me this the other day. Let me see if I can get it to not be, there you go. How gorgeous is that? And the best part, it has floss already with it. And she gifted this to me. And it's just precious. I need to get it done. It's a little pattern. I mean, I don't know because the pattern's folded up in there. Anyways, I put it in this Jeanette Douglas because this is just like one that I need to keep in my car so that when I'm stuck somewhere, you know how we get stuck and then you don't have anything to do. So I need to work on that a little bit. This is my strawberry bag that my friend Tanya made. I hope some of y'all took advantage of that sale that I posted. Look terrible. This is my strawberry bag. We'll try that again. I hope y'all took advantage of that sale she was running. I posted that in my stories the other day. I really hope that y'all got some of her goodies because these are my favorite bags. I have, let me show you the pattern. I don't know that I've done that well, not getting that wrinkled. Here's the pattern. I'm working on the strawberry. When I say I'm working, it means I worked on it for like, I don't know, 45 minutes or so one day. It's going to be really cute when it's done. And there's my strawberry needle minder. She's precious. So, because of the holiday and having to clean the week before, I have not got much stitching time. I had family coming in, so I was on my hands and knees scrubbing baseboards for it to rain. Rain the night before all of my company got here. I shouldn't complain. I live in West Texas. We need the rain. And many of you have already seen my Maggie May. My goal this week is to FFO her. This is how my Maggie May is. I done hearts on her dress. I done a lazy daisy stitch. I love her. I can't wait to finish her. I think the only thing that's stopping me is I am not 100% sold on the fabric for the backing. So I'm just kind of holding off. This is my bag that all of my animal crackers are in. And I love her. More of that vintage girl fabric. Tanya done a printed vinyl. And I love it. It's gorgeous. It makes my heart happy every time I see it. Like, it's the simple things that bring me joy. Like, I am not all that particular. Okay, maybe that's not true. That's not the right wording. I am very particular. So let me repent and ask y'all to forgive me right now because I am particular. Why am I sidetracked? What was I talking about? If you're going through menopause, you already know. Or if you've been through menopause, you know. What was I talking about? Good grief. Oh, the animal crackers being in that bag. I don't know. I love the bag. Maybe that's what I was talking about. Here's another bag. This was my Christmas present. Here are the charms I have on here. Let's see if I can show y'all. These are charms that I made myself. There you go. They're gorgeous. This bow is backwards. There you go. It makes my heart happy. Look how gorgeous they are. Oh, so good. I mean, I love that. I love vintage fabric. What is in here? Oh, do we even want to go over this? so embarrassed that everybody has more done on my birthday, Sal, than I do. So this is my pattern, Matter in Hand. There's a lot of people that are doing this. Was it Stitch North? One of the retreats, there's like, somebody broke it up and they were working on it. Oh my word, I'm fixing to have to go. Let me just do this. This is how much I have done. I had people here, so I kept like not miscounting. I couldn't concentrate to count to finish the first border, the straight border. And then I do know to watch out for that second part of that border because I read the instructions. So Kim called me and she's like, hey, be careful with that border. And then I was on the phone with Laura and she's like, hey, did you see the border in the middle? And I was like, yes. So floss and stuff are in this companion bag. So I do my goal. I'll talk to you about later on this week. I'm going to work on this some this week. So that's all of the stitching I have either touched or wanted to touch or stitched on a teeny tiny bit. I will say I am really happy that I made the decision to work on the swan because it brought me joy. I'm going to get these out of my lap. I'm going to go let the dog in so that he can maybe relax and I can show you some other things. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do because it's either let him bark and that'll drive y'all nuts or my neighbors. Or maybe me. I don't know. Maybe we'll all go nuts together. Anyways, I went over my progress on my current WIPS. I went over my new project goals. What are your stitching goals for the next week, month? Share any of my goals. My goals are just to work on those pieces that I've already shown you. So I really would like to finish the strawberry and at least finish FFO, the swan name badge. I have commissioned one of the, it's Goose, which is Goose is the giraffe. It's the pin from Stacy Nash. It's, what do they call them? Not animal crackers. They call them, oh my word, y'all. Are y'all yelling at me yet what they're called? It's not animal crackers. Not tidbits. I'm going to sit here and make up words. So let's pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, you know Goose, which was a market release, the giraffe. My nephew's first baby, we're going to be having her first, okay, let me reword that. My nephew's has a daughter and she's going to be having her first birthday party in July. So we are doing a zoo theme and it's going to be over the top as his mother always does. So I want to have that. I want to have a cute little gingham skirt. And so I can't wear mustard. I can wear an accent of mustard, but with my skin color, I cannot wear mustard. So I want to do probably a black and white plaid gingham or black and white gingham, and then maybe a denim jacket. And I haven't like solidified what color top I'm gonna do. I may do a jade like in her picture that she posted at market. She had a gingham that was a mustard and cream gingham with a jade shirt underneath with a denim jacket, I think it was. No, not that one. The denim jacket was on the swan. Maybe it was just the undershirt. It was like a little tank, super cute. So I kind of want to recreate that with my own look. I can't do mustard gingham because, like I said, it doesn't go with my skin color. I can do black and white gingham though. So we'll get that. My friend Jeanette is doing that. So once I get that, I'm going to FFO it quickly. Other things, I have some commission pieces that I'm going to show you. Let's see. The other thing that I do want to do is Laura and I have tried to schedule another Zoom to FFO our gingerbread houses. I wasn't paying attention to the calendar, and I messaged her a couple of nights ago and I was like, hey, do you want to do this Friday? And we both agreed that'd be great. And then she messaged me this morning after I watched a FlossTube and realized this is Spring Mingle from Lindy Stitches. Stephanie and Jason are hosting the Spring Mingle, so we're going to cancel again. So I think there's about, 8 or 10 of us that were in there, that Zoom. Just know that we are like working on a day to reschedule to finish the gingerbread houses. I know that you really don't have to have it done until, November or December, whenever you decorate for Christmas. So we have plenty of time. I just don't want y'all to think that we're ignoring or not, it's not on the agenda. It really is. We, for those of you that don't know, we started it, excuse me, right before market. And then we went to I went to market. As soon as I got back from market, I didn't even have time to come home. I helped Annie with her retreat that very next weekend after market. Came home. What did I do? I had family in. And then it was Easter. So it just hasn't worked out. Oh, I think the other thing is Stephanie had another event in between there. So we're just trying to plan around other events and be mindful of things that you're doing, that we're doing, but yet effectively work on our schedules to try to make it happen, because it's not that I don't want to FFO that with y'all. It just hasn't worked out. So for those of you that have just had to place it off to the side like me, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best, and that's all we can do, right? So gingerbread house is going to happen. It's just going to happen probably toward the very end of May. Okay. And like I said, I do have my trip as well. Mother's Day, because we were looking at not this weekend, but then we were going to follow into the next one, which would be Mother's Day, and then it's my trip. So I don't know. I may just have to pre-record that part. I don't know. I don't know what to do. So if you have any suggestions, maybe I could finish it, what I've already done, and do it as a premiere. Like, I don't mind doing that, if that's something that y'all are okay with doing, and then doing our pajama party just as a sit and stitch pajama party. So what do you think about that? Those of you that are joining us doing that, let me know, or let Laura know, whichever one y'all want to do. Okay. And out of reach is all of the things that I'm going to be FFOing for clients, aka friends. Let me stop the video, because I don't want you to like see my bottom, right? Like, let me get up, get that stuff, because it's just barely out of my reach, and then I'm going to come back over here in just a second. Okay, sorry. I am going to do a little bit of reaching over, so please pardon me. You only get so much room while you're sitting here and, like out of arm's reach. It doesn't matter if I'm sitting at my table, my desk, wherever, you only get so much room. Okay, so I am fixing to FFO Maggie May. My goal is to do a tutorial on how I FFO'd my last Maggie May. I know that Carrie, hello, over at Tiger Lily, she filmed one, and it is for her Patreon. So if you're a Patreon, you probably have already watched that. If you're not, and you don't like the way I do mine, maybe go watch Carrie's, because hers are gorgeous. So go watch Tiger Lily, Carrie at Tiger Lily Designs. I am fixing to FFO this Maggie May. This is for my friend Vanessa. She done a fantastic job, as she always does. Y'all look at her stitching. I mean, it's perfection. I love it. And she is actually beading a fob to match her. Yeah, you heard me. She's beading, peyote beading, a fob to match her. So I'm going to FFO her the way she wants her FFO was with that backing fabric that I showed y'all. She wants me to add one of these little rosettes here on her little cardigan. And then I also have, which I have to get some of these in my arsenal because I have zero amount of these. And when I seen these, I was like, oh my word, I need those. Look how teeny tiny. Teeny. I mean, when I tell y'all these are little bitty, teeny buttons for her cardigan. Oh my word, it's not going to focus. Do you see how tiny that is? Look at her nose. And I don't know what she stitched this on. It looks probably like a 28 linen Lugana. I don't know. I'm not that good. Y'all know that. Anyways, here's my thumbnail. They're teeny tiny. And I need some of these for my Maggie May. I'm going to be a copycat. So I want some of those buttons. I'm going to FFO this. I am going to record it. I'm going to upload it as a bonus probably next week. Okay. My goal is to do some pre-recording so that I'm not struggling every single week to try to get a video out to y'all. The next thing is Vanessa has asked me to FFO bobbin. I love bobbin. She did a great job. And then she also done the berry basket. And so I am going to be FFOing both of those. This is the backing fabric I'm going to use. It's gorgeous. So I do need to I need to run to a different thrift shop and see if I can find another spool. Not spool, thrift shop. It's an antique shop I have here in town. So that's the backing fabric that we chose. When I say we, I mean her. Well, she gave me a bag of fabrics and said, choose the one you want. But I liked the one she liked. So, okay, those are for Vanessa. I am going to FFO a tart tin finish for my friend Susie. And the amazing thing is, it's here. Everything is here. Like, it's a kit. And so this is on a 32 count Opal Lugana by Minerva. And I don't know the pattern. I am so extremely sorry. I don't know. But it's a little spooky one. I didn't even realize that. It is a little, I'm sorry for the shadows, y'all. It's a little Halloween finish. That little boot, oh my word, y'all, look at this boot right here. How precious is that little boot? Super cute. I hope the boys don't start that. Shh. Houston, no. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the one I'm gonna do for Susie. I have 2 more to do, but I've got to do some hunting, okay? Kim's. Y'all know Kim sent me a ton of hers. And so I have been on the hunt for frames, finishing pieces, different things like that. I think I have decided that I was going to use this frame on this one And it's just got a little, there you go, that's a good. So I need to get some sticky backboard because that's what I want to use because I'm the one finishing. So I'm going to use that to finish that one for Kim. And then I am so, well, let me show you what I'm going to do for me before I show you the next one. So if you've been around here for very long, you probably remember this piece. This was so hard for me to stitch. It's a Sue Hillis pattern. There's a lot of color changes in there, y'all. It's gorgeous. Like, she knows how to chart. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't really know what I'm gonna do because there was like a little, I think we talked about this before, a little spot right here where my hoop was. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Okay. So it's gorgeous. I found this little, what do they call it? A round wood box with a lid. This is at Hobby Lobby. It is the perfect size. I'm gonna do some batting, and I am really gonna raise it. Let me see. I'm gonna give y'all just like a little, it's not been ironed. I don't iron anything for y'all. I hope that doesn't offend y'all. If it does, can you please forgive me? Okay, I mean, obviously I'm just sitting here wadding this around here, but look. Look how good that's gonna go. Like, it's gonna be super cute. Come on. So I'm gonna do this. This is for me. So this is the last one that will get done. But I was so excited to finally find something that I liked. And I can, you know, I can do any kind of stitchy, like, paraphernalia in there. Okay. The next thing, no, let's talk about this next. We'll go over that one in just a second. Okay, so the next thing is Kim commissioned me to finish this piece. It is gorgeous. What does it say? Stitcher every day. Or I stitch. Would that be I? Is that an I? I stitch every day. I think so. So what I found for that I'm going to use, there again, I went to Hobby Lobby and I found this box. It has about, I would say that's probably like maybe 1/8 of an inch of a lip. Super small place, but I think it's going to be just fine. And it opens like this. It has a mirror. Ooh, y'all don't need to see my messy house. It's not messy. My house is not messy. I just have my tripod. I have a lot right there. I have my table and all of that. So you don't need to see all that. Let me see. Y'all don't want to see all of that. My house is actually really clean. It's even dusted. So it has these little inserts right here. This one right here, let me see if I can stand up. This one right here has like, it's perfect for a pair of scissors. My angle is not very good. Okay, there we go. So it's perfect for a pair of scissors. And then my thought was on one side of this, I am going to do like a pin cushion. Okay, so I'm gonna do a pin cushion, and I am thinking about using this fabric, but I may not. It's just these petite roses. I don't know what this pattern is called. If you know, drop it in the comments so that I act like I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I love that, and it really looks good with this blue right here. It's kind of a slate blue, and it has that kind of slate pastelish. It's not a baby blue. It really looks like a slate blue to me. Anyways, it's gorgeous. But, oh wait, let me say this. In the center of that pin cushion, I am going to do one of these. And they're gorgeous. They're Hobby Lobby. Let me move my face out of the way. There you go. They're gorgeous. I mean, they're so feminine and just delicate. And I think it's going to be the perfect addition to this box. Okay. I will make her needle vials. I will probably have a simple scissor fob. Kim doesn't like them as chunky as I do. I'll probably do her scissor fob to match. I don't know. I'm just going to make like a little a stitch box for her to set beside where she sits. Now, if I decide I don't like this fabric, I have a backup. So if I decide I don't like it, I can either use, and this is, what is it called? A homespun fabric. It's just the Autumn Homespun bundle from Hobby Lobby. So I can either use this blue, which I know it's darker, but I still think it will be fine. Or I can use this purple because there's a little bit of purple on the S. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I really want to try to stick with that blue. And so this is going to get done this week. I still have to go over to Lowe's, or I think it's at Lowe's, Home Depot, and I need to get a white matte spray paint. I want to try to get the Chip and Joanna Gaines. It's that one. My window is open over there to try to get me better lighting, y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all, it is like blinding me. Okay, y'all see how many projects I have to do this week? The other thing, and I have looked and looked and looked for the perfect frame for this piece because I really wanted it framed, but it's not working out. Like, does that ever happen to y'all? And I'm trying to be patient and not jump the gun and then regret it because I find something that I like better. But the other thing is this, and somebody told me this is a TV reference. I don't know because I don't watch TV. It's Nevermore. That doesn't mean anything to me, but it probably does to one of y'all or a couple of y'all. Kim, you should have let me know. And my thought is that purple, it will look really good. Now, Wanda, another friend of ours, told me she has a plaid fabric that would match that perfectly. So I'm going to hold off on this and kind of wait and let this be one of the last ones of hers, not mine. And then I want to do this metallic rope because you see the gray in the beak. Like, I think this would be a really good finishing touch to this piece, whether I make a pillow or not. Now, I think it's a good size. I can make a pillow, but if I do a pillow finish, I want to do something different. Like, not just a plain pillow finish with, you know, this as the binding or the border. I don't know. I want to do something like maybe a scissor keep or something cute. Like, I don't want it just to be meh. Meh? Do y'all know what I mean? Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page. Y'all make me feel better. And because my thought behind this next thing is because this is a crow, and you know how crows, they love shiny things. I grabbed some of these. These are those safety pins that you can get. So my thought was to get one of these safety pins, and I'm going to do like a wool blend felt on the back of that, because I mean, I'm not going to buy wool to go on the back of these pillow finishes because it's on the back. Nobody sees it. So I don't mind using a wool blend felt because nobody's seeing it. If it was a felt project, like if I'm doing a felted strawberry, I understand spending the extra money. But if I'm not, I don't see any sense. And the other thing is, I don't have wool beside me. Like, I would have to go online, but you know, I don't know. I don't always like doing that. I don't have a store. Maybe that's what I should say. I don't have a store. Okay, and then I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag or whatever, because Kim doesn't know any of it. She knows I'm finishing all these pieces, but I went to Hobby Lobby today and I found a frame for a piece. It's not really what I had in mind, but for the price that I found it at, I couldn't not do this project because it's going to be perfect. So this is the frame. It's like a walnut finish. I hope that looks good in her house. Always assume, but you know, don't make assumptions. Anyways, I'm going to show you, of course, fabric is not cut. It's not mounted. It's not anything. So I will post pictures when I get it done. But this is what I have come up with, and I think it's going to be gorgeous. This bee, I don't even know who this pattern is by. Maybe Hands On Design. I don't know. If y'all know, put it in the comments, because somebody's probably going to ask about it. But this is how I'm going to finish this one. Ah! My chair. Sorry. That is a like hunter green. I know there's a shadow. I'm sorry. Do y'all see that gold sparkle? Look at that. This is going to be gorgeous in this frame. Look at that. I hope she doesn't kill me for buying that green, because it was like $10 just for the matting. But don't give me your projects and just tell me do whatever. Because I would do what I would normally. I would pay that for a matting, because when I love a picture or I've worked really hard on something like this, I want to display it. I want to show people my work. And this would just be in a roll. It's not like she would have done anything with it. She doesn't frame and all that. So I hope she loves this, y'all. I hope, because I have never finished a linen piece into a frame. I am hoping I can get it straight. When you're dealing with Ada, it's not as flimsy and floppy. So I'm going to be praying real hard. That's all I'm going to say. I am so excited and ready to work on these. It's going to be a busy week, but it is going to be like a busy in the most fantastic way kind of week, right? Like, I love making pretty things. Y'all know that. The other thing that I needed for my stitch box that some of y'all are waiting on the tutorial for was I needed like a lace trim, and I finally got some. Yay. Now I have to go find the videos because they're buried so far back that I don't even know where they're at. Okay, I'm going to clean up just a little bit, and then I'm going to come on and show y'all my haul from Hobby Lobby and from thrifting / at an antique shop, because there's like a garage sale section there. So I'm going to clean this up, scoot some stuff out of the way, reshift, because I'm at the edge of my chair now, and I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm sorry for the shadows today. Like, I don't know. It is what it is, right? I just have embraced it. This was on sale, red velvet. I got a yard. So if you want a strawberry pincushion, reach out to me, because I'm going to make some. My goal, y'all, is to have an Etsy store. I am working on everything. I have my EIN number and all of that, but I have not gone and got my state license number, whatever it is. Business ID, business, well, what do you call that? I don't know. I'm working, and so I gotta get that done. Okay, first thing I want to talk about is we're gonna go over what I picked up at Hobby Lobby. Do y'all like these? I love watching people like what they get. I got 4 pillow covers. These are for pillow inserts. So I have pillow inserts that are the feather ones from IKEA, and these are just black and white, and I will add like a black and white stripe with these, and then I like to change stuff up. The other thing is, in case you don't know, today is the day that Hobby Lobby is. Today's Monday, by the way. And it's the Monday following the, how would you say it? Like Easter is on Sunday, and then for an entire week afterwards, they run the 66% off for their Easter stuff. Now, it's the following Monday after that. They mark everything down 90% off, right? So I know many of y'all already know this, but because it's all 90% off, I wanted to run by and grab a few things. I don't do a lot of Easter eggs, not because I don't have a problem with them. I just didn't grab a lot of them, and they were all gone, to be honest. There was no Easter eggs, as a matter of fact. It was so weird. Anyways, I grabbed this. The regular price of this, the retail price is $18.99. They marked it down to $4.74. So for those of you that don't know, like, okay, this is what it looks like. This is a great picture of it. It is like a little swag. It's gorgeous. And I like doing things like this with some florals, like a floral runner, or make like a floral display piece. So I got it. It was worth $4. I'm super excited about it because I love florals. Florals and curtains make your house. Lighting. A lot of people love mirrors. I don't have a lot of mirrors, and I probably should have, because this house is small and it would make it look and feel bigger. Okay, the next things I'm going to show y'all, my hair's like, it's like weeping now. The next thing I'm going to show y'all is all of the bunny / Easter items I got. Like I said, everything is 90% off. So the regular price to this is $22.99. He faces like this, like he's looking back. So that's how he kind of looks. I thought I would add this on my front porch. You know, there's no littles here right now, so I don't think it would get broken unless the dog's done it. I don't know. I think it would be fine though. I also got this one, but then I did just put pigs on my front porch, so I may just wait till next year. Anyways, super cute. I love bunnies. When I was a little girl, I had 2 pet bunnies. They lived in the house with us. And you can litter train bunnies. They're super cute. I don't know why I'm dusting my hands like this chalk paint, I guess, felt gross. I loved these, and I most certainly was not paying the $20.99. But I loved them, and so I waited for it to go 90% off, and I got one. I actually got 2. I got this one, and I got one that is quite a bit smaller. I got this one. So my thought with this one is to do, like, I have lots of books, and to do, like, you know, books on both sides or something, like a cute little, or maybe even do some vintage books and do a whole little display. He's so cute. I got this one, and I thought this would be really, really pretty with him maybe sitting in a wreath, florals, like with my tea party stuff. Like, I just think he's super cute. And then I was able to get 2 of these. I wanted to get a whole lot more, and they were already all gone. I got 2 of these egg containers. I'm going to use them for pincushions. I do have the white one already. I don't know if y'all remembered me getting that or not, or remember seeing it in my pictures. I got 2 of these ducks. I thought they might be geese, but I actually do think they're ducks. And they face like they're opposite, like right. I guess, let me show you. They face like this. So, I mean, I got 2 different ones. They're not the same one. One has his wings up, one has them down. Anyways, they're really cute. I love them. Ducks are kind of in right now, and I thought they would be cute for photo props. I got 4 of these. There was only one white one, and then there were 3 brown ones. So, like I said, my plan is to make pin cushions. They look like this. Let me show you up close. I'm sure a lot of y'all have already seen these. His mouth is broken. Shoot. I try to pay really close attention. I have to take that one back. Okay. Sorry. So I'm not going to have a white one. I mean, it was 50 cents. Could I let it go? Yes. Could I take it back? Yes. We'll see what I do. I mean, I got 2 of these Cloche foundations, both the same color finish. I will say they're kind of like a walnut. The small one was 74 cents. This one was $1.49. That's a great buy. The actual glass cloches are really good priced on Amazon. I was looking at them the other day. So it has the sizes on here, so I know which ones to get. I paid $2 for all 4 of these. There are 2 of the plaids and 2 of the little bunnies. So I figured that what I would do is I would add a really pretty little, I think I have some plaid that's pretty close to this. And I thought I would add a ruffle to them and give them to my girls, all 3, my 2 girls and Callie, for Easter next year. So I'll go ahead and have them done up before Easter time. And then I got 2 packages of the Velveteen strawberry. Why did I say strawberries? Carrots. I know what these are. I know my produce, y'all. Promise I know my produce. Anyways, they're the Velveteen strawberries. They were $5.99. I mean, you can't beat the prices. 90% off. And then I really needed these when we were doing the birdhouse collaboration. I say we, like Annie and them. I was doing finishing for a couple. I needed these to have for photo props. I didn't. They were 50 cents. So I grabbed them. And then the last 2 bunnies that I purchased were these. They are so stinking adorable. And if you'll notice, a lot of times I do neutrals so that I can add colors of whatever I want to. He's holding a carrot behind his back. They're so cute. So those are the ones I got. I was stoked. All of the things I got at Hobby Lobby, I only spent $80. Now I saved, when I say saved, I mean, if I say it to my husband, he's not going to agree with me. I saved $150. My husband would have said, well, if you would have stayed out of there, you would not have spent $88. Even though he likes me to like the pretty things that I have. And he likes it because I do decorate our home to make it fun and enjoyable. Anyways, that's all my fun Easter goodies. And I mean, I feel like I done really, really good. That was with all the finishing things. I mean, I got that frame. The frame was less than $10. I got the fabric. I got 3 different fabrics. And then let me show this. I went to that thrift shop that I was telling y'all about. It's huge. It's like a huge warehouse. So like on one side of it's antiques, on the other side it is a garage sale. And so these were brand new, had never been used. They're placemats, but I thought it would be a fun little stitchy mat, a little leopard stitchy mat. So I paid $1 for both of those. I got a whole box of goodies. I got this swan, and she's gorgeous. And even if I only use her for outside, she's pretty dirty. But even if I only use her for outside, I paid $7, which is the most expensive thing I got. No, I have one other thing. But I felt like it was a really good price. It's a big one. Like, I have smaller ones than this, but I really liked her. I don't have one that has this little shape here. And I liked her, so I got her. I paid $1 for these 2 pieces of fabric, and I can use these on strawberries or tomatoes, and they're gorgeous. It's just, well, I was going to say brown, green satin. If y'all are still with me, thanks. Because because I'm about to get to the good stuff. I got a couple of these vintage hoops. Of course, the fly had to make an appearance. And I'll just probably use those for photo props. I got these for pin cushions. This one is my favorite, and I paid $1.50 for it. There we go. And then I also got this one. It would be a cute little planter too. Like, I don't know. So we'll see. No matter what, they're both adorable. And like I said, those were $1.50 each. I paid $1 for this. I don't know how I feel about it, but it did have some vintage pins in it. So I went ahead and got it. Not for these pins, but I'll show you the next pins. It had these pins right here in it. They're vintage hat pins, and I loved them. So I thought it was worth $1. Whether or not I used the other one or not, I don't know. But it was $1 for these two pins in here. And I think they were back here. Like this. Hold on, please. They were back there like that. And so I got them for that. The other, not so much. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. This is my favorite find of the day. A little vintage sewing basket. Very good shape. It's still connected. It had the most gorgeous pink opal thimble with a flower. I'm sorry if it's not focusing. It's a pastel pink, y'all. I've never seen one this pretty. And I have other ones that are mother of pearl, but this one is gorgeous. And then that little flower inset is very pretty. There was another thimble. We have got needles. We've got silks. I'm going to show you the color of the silks. There's some needles in here. So let me show you the color of the silks. And these were 29 cents a piece when they got them. Let me see if I can. Show you the colors of the silks. Aren't they gorgeous? I have these silks. I have a deal of needles. Oops. And then a vintage threader. Needles and a threader. And Shelly Fry would love this basket and appreciate it. And I hope y'all do too. It was $1. I paid $1 for this. I was so excited. It was so worth it. Okay, and then my next amazing deal. Y'all are gonna be so, I hope y'all are as impressed and excited about this as I am. All these salt cellars, there's 7 of them. I paid $3. They are just the circle ones. 7 for $3. All of those, and I have, well, I was gonna say one more thing, but like a whole handful of other things. Let me show you my favorite. So all of the silverware, whether it's modern, vintage, whatever, is 10 cents. And I always go in there, and I almost have probably a 72-piece set of the same one. And I don't know if it was like super popular during a specific time period, and that's why they always get it, but it makes me happy. I don't know. I got this gorgeous spoon. I don't even know actually what kind of spoon it is, but I loved the cameo. Like, it's gorgeous. And then I got soup spoons, regular spoons, cocktail spoons. Like, look at these. Like, 10 cents. And my vintage heart, like, the part of me that loves, I don't like polishing silver, but I love silver. Like silverware. And it's all the same pattern. Now, this one is a different pattern, but it's a baby spoon. So the girls love these, like when they're having their tea party. And it makes my ma'am heart, because ma'am is my grandma name. It makes my heart so happy to be able to have little things like that for them. But I mean, there are serving spoons even. And let me see if I can show you the pattern. Oops, a salt cellar just fell on the floor. Let me see. Can y'all see it? I hope it's focusing. Anyways, I love it. I have a lot of those. So, I'm pretty sure. No, oh, wait, I'm not done. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, sales and promotions. I do want to talk about this. Let me, like, move some of this stuff out of the way so I can, like, sit at the edge of my chair without dropping any more salt cellars. Okay, so sales and promotions. Y'all come on up here close to me. I wanted to let y'all know that Annie at Cross Stitch Express, that's her online shop. It's an Etsy shop. She is having a 50% off moving sale. So what that means to you is there's a whole section in her shop, and I will link it in my show notes, that she is going to have 50% off patterns. I hope that y'all go over and take advantage of that, and y'all get some really good patterns. I haven't even had a chance to look. I kind of mentioned it to her last night. I knew she had marked some off or marked some down, and I was like, hey, are your patterns still 50% off? She's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to mention it. And she's like, wait till in the morning. Let me add some new ones. So I'm letting y'all in on a brand new sale that I don't think anybody else knows about yet. So 50% off section on Annie's. It will be good until, I think she told me, May 1st or May 6th. I think it says May 1st. I will add the date, when the start date and the end date. Okay, so it starts today. Just so that y'all are aware of that. The other thing is the spring mingle. It starts Friday. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think. I'm gonna go get a ticket after I get off of here. Well, I have to edit the videos still, and then when it's uploading, I can go buy a ticket. Let's see. I'm gonna add the link for y'all. Oh, the other thing is, when we were at the last retreat, I think it was Stitching Texas, we talked Annie into doing a Facebook group. So if you love Dirty Annie's Southern style patterns, I want you to click on the link that I'm going to add. And so they're Annie's fannies, like Annie's fans. So she has her own fangirl page or whatever. It's her Facebook group. So we want you to go and join. It's a brand new group. Like, we just barely started it. Nobody knows about it yet. So if you want to share the group with people, please do so. We would appreciate it. I am super excited for Annie, and I love her patterns. I've had fun. She's mentoring me and helping me as I am wading into the water of cross stitch designing and teaching me all kinds of things, business stuff that I did not know. So the stitch along or events that's happening this week, I mentioned the spring fling from Lindy's Stitches. Stephanie and Jason always do a fantastic job, so I look forward to seeing some of you there. If you see me and I don't know you because your little picture maybe isn't have a picture of you And, you know, some of us, they're so small we can't even see them. So if you are there and you follow me, say hi so that I can meet you in real life. Kind of, sort of, like online real life, you know. And then I think that's it, other than the fact that I'm going to probably stop trying to film a FlossTube every week, and I'm going to try to do every other week right now because I have a lot of finishing that I need to do. And my goal is to, number one, do all the finishing for these friends that have hired me to do that. I have got to finish filming my tutorial for my stitch box. And then after I do that, I want to get it edited and uploaded. And I'm working really hard trying to get everything done, y'all. And, you know, life is busy. And when my family's here, everything goes on halt for them. I know I've mentioned that to y'all because I have so little time with them that I want to cherish the time I have with them. There's not one of us that are promised tomorrow. And so I want to value them and spend time with them and be present with them when they're here. And there's only one more thing I want to talk about. I was talking to a girlfriend the other day, and she has been really quiet. So I reached out to her, and she's like, I'm sorry. Like, I've just kind of withdrawn, and I've really been in a funk lately, and it has caused me to withdraw. And so we were talking a little bit, and one of the things that she is doing is she's comparing herself to other people. And I don't know everything that's going on, but I want to say this, because there's not one of us that don't have the propensity to fall prey to this, right? Like, I was even talking to Annie last night, and I found myself saying, what if they don't like my patterns? What if it's not good enough? What if it's too simple? What if? And in my mind, I was comparing myself to designers that have been designing for 10 and 15 years. And I think that is so, number one, unfair to me to sit there and do that and lend ear to lies, right? Like, I don't know, and I think that I'm being very presumptuous when I'm making an assumption about something I know nothing about. I don't know whether y'all are going to like my patterns or not, whether they will be loved or received or whatever. But I don't think that that's up to me to make that decision. And I think that if I allow that negative mindset, it will rob the joy from me if I will just have faith and walk in the steps and the doors that the Lord is opening for me. If it's of God, I know He's going to bless it. And if it's not, it will all fall apart. And I've said that from the beginning. And so when I was sitting there just pondering, you know, we go about our day, we're washing dishes, our mind is going through things. And I was just pondering, and I, you know, found myself praying, you know, God, help me to have faith that no matter where this road leads me, and I've told y'all, I don't even know where this road is going. All I know is there are doors that are opening, and I just have to have faith to believe that it's God, and just take one foot and put it in front of the other one and take a step and do the same thing and the same thing and the same thing over and over and over. And when I go to the book of Genesis and I read about Abraham, God called Abraham at 90 years old to get up and to leave his father's tent. Hello, he was in his father's tent at 90 years old. He was comfortable. He was taking his ease. Y'all, he was living his life. At 90, God says, Abraham, I want you to get up and I want you to go. And the Lord Abraham obeyed the Lord. And it just amazes me, because when he walked by faith, the Bible says he believed God and God imputed that to him for righteousness. God didn't explain to him where the journey was going to be leading him. He just said, get up and go. And Abraham got up and left his father's tent, had faith to put one foot in front of the other, and be led by the Spirit and the presence of God. And so what I want to say, not just to myself, but I want to say it to you too, is don't fall prey, number one, to the lies of the enemy that you're not good enough, that you're not measuring up, that your house isn't pretty enough, that you don't decorate good enough, that you're not a good enough designer, that you're not skinny enough or pretty enough, or your hair's not long enough or short enough or whatever, right? Like, we fall prey to so many things that cause us to stumble in life. And what I want to say to you is, let's love one another and encourage one another where we are. You don't have to have a brand new car. You don't have to be 10 pounds lighter. You don't have to measure up to whatever ideas you have in your head that make you feel like you're a certain something, right? Like, sometimes I think that we have these unattainable goals or ideas that if I can just have a Pinterest house. Well, guess what? Behind the Pinterest pictures, I've seen, people that are vulnerable enough that they show you that there is a pile of things, laundry that's piled up on the couch that they didn't take pictures of. And so, I had somebody message me the other day and say, I'm so jealous of your house and the pictures you post. Well, baby, don't be. Because number one, I live in a very small house. My house is not perfect. It's not always clean. Why do you think I'm on my hands and knees scrubbing baseboards? It's because I have dogs. I don't have babies making my walls dirty anymore, but I got dogs. And so don't fall prey to the idea that my house is perfect, or that designer is better than me, or I wish I looked like her, or I could do this, or my house was this, or my car was this. Because what that does is that's robbing you of today and what you have right now. And there's not a one of us that are promised tomorrow. And, cherish today. Some of you know, some of you don't. I almost died in 2016. I know I talk about it a lot. But if you had been there in those moments when I didn't know whether I was going to live or die, and even after I was released from the hospital, I had tremors. I sounded like I had Parkinson's. This whole side of my body had tremors, and God healed me. But what that did in that moment, and it is something I will never forget, is it helped me to realize one moment I was fine, and the next moment I was fighting for my life. So, cherish today. Cherish every moment that you've been given. Don't let the enemy come and rob your joy because of your inadequacies, whatever they look like. But just love today and cherish today. And until we meet again in the next FlossTube, I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope that when you leave this short video that you feel edified and loved on and encouraged and built up. And I hope that you're stitching beautiful things. And if you have something else to share, to add to what I've said, drop it down in the comments, because there are people that read through those comments, and I want them to be encouraged and loved on. And so until then, thanks for stopping by, and thank you for spending a little time out of your day. And I hope that you have a wonderful week. Today's Monday for me, and so I hope you have a wonderful week. And I look forward to seeing some of you at the Spring Mingle. And I will talk to you later, friends. Bye.